good morning. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at the collective energy for today, Friday, March 8th. Happy Friday. Yay. We made it to the end of the week. I hope you've had a good week so far. I'm looking forward to the weekend, right? Little rest and reprieve. Hopefully you get some time for yourself to just enjoy life. We definitely need that. A lot of the readings have been showing that we're doing a lot of work. We're pushing really hard, trying to push things forward that we want to see happen, manifest, etc. And it can be a little exhausting, right? I mean, not only do we have like old stuff that we're dealing with, we're also trying to keep up with the pace of everything in our current energy. So with that in mind, we'll do a little energy cleansing. It's a great way to set the tone, set the intention for the reading. If you have any questions or you want something answered specifically, now is the time to set that intention. You can totally grab a smudge bundle, follow along on your end, or receive what I'm doing on mine. And everything is fluid. Energy transfers you will receive. It helps clear out blocked energy, places that we're not having clarity, etc. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure love and grace. I release anything that is not for our highest and best. Remove any doubt, insecurity, uncertainty, fears, anxieties, anger. Help make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama. Amen. All right, welcome in. Welcome to the day. Feels good. We need a little love, and thank goodness today is the day of Venus. There has just, as I say a lot, I mean, we're in Pisces season, so anytime we are in a water element, it is going to stir up a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions, and water placements have been incredibly dominant in the zodiac lately. And you know, here's the thing, I love the way our emotions are our guidance system. There is this series called Abraham Hicks. Check it out if you're interested in the law of attraction, manifestation, that type of thing. But it really talks about how our emotions are our indicators on whether something's going right for us or not. If we are being triggered, if there are things that are coming up for us, it's an opportunity for us to look at what that is and why it's coming up. Are we too exhausted? Are we stressing ourselves out too much? Is it not a great environment for us to be in? Is it not aligned with who we are and what we want? Maharishi Mahesh talks a lot about how the way to tap into the flow of the universe is like pursue the easiest path. Not to be like apathetic, but not everything has to be hard work and pushing towards, etc. It's actually way more gentle on ourselves when we take the route with the least effort, because that's going to allow our manifestations to blossom. Why do I talk about Maharishi Mahesh all the time? Well, my degree is in Maharishi Ayurveda. It's such a beautiful practice. It is about holistic medicine, taking care of our mind, body, soul, and with the coupling of meditation, specifically transcendental meditation. Transcendental meditation is what purifies our consciousness, those more subtle layers of our being, so we can maximize our potential, right? We've all heard that notion that we only use like 10% of our brain or something ridiculous like that. Transcendental meditation helps us, really purify those more subtle layers, the layers of stress, anxiety, fear that we put on ourselves, etc. And it helps us I don't know, just make better decisions. It calms us down. It's really great for our physiology. There's lots of studies around it. It really helps just like with the cardiovascular. It helps bring maximum coherence in our brain. And then just like the natural byproduct, the natural effects of having a meditation practice is pretty amazing, pretty dope. I think it's needed right now, because there is a lot popping off in the energy. Yeah, that disillusionment. I can feel this really heavily in the energy today. It's just heavy, not to be redundant, but it's emotional. There is a lot going on in the ethers. It feels like whatever someone, something, or a situation thought about you, now that is breaking apart. That idea is, they're seeing the reality. They thought of you in one way, and now they're seeing the truth of things. And it is a little bit, I keep hearing like, mind blown, just the way that this is depicted, right? With those pieces coming apart. And it really is kind of like breaking this idea of who and what you were. And there is a lot of heaviness around that. There is a lot of grief. I feel like there's grief in your own heart, your own mind, your own soul. But there is also grief for missed opportunity from those around you in your environment. It might be a little bit of a stormy day today, guys. Sorry. But it's true. Really just practice surrendering, feeling your feelings when they come up. Like I was saying earlier, recognizing that they are the emotional guidance system. Validate your heart, validate what you've been through, validate the places that people were shitty, that treated you horribly, etc. It's not a time to try to pretend like it's fine or to sweep it under the rug or it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. This is the time to actually validate our heart. The moon is in Aquarius today, so we have to treat ourselves in a way that we want to be treated, right? Aquarian energy is all about hopes and wishes and ideals. And, we all desire to be seen, to be heard, to be understood, validated in certain ways. And we're really moving away from people, places, and things that have not been able to do that for us. This is a lot about how we feel safe and comfortable in this world, our home environment. Our home should be our safe space. Granted, that can be a little tricky at times, especially if we're having tension in the household, in our partnerships, relationships, even with children, etc. But Spirit really wants you to take care of yourself. Spirit really wants you to nurture yourself. Today is the day of Venus. These messages are timeless, just as a heads up. If they resonate, use your discernment. It's meant for you, right? If they don't, leave it behind. I also do personal readings. So if you're interested, give me a shout out. All that info is in the description box below. I think it's also on the videos. So yeah, just as a side note, I love to help and support, because this can be really difficult, right? When we want to fight back, when we want to be heard, when we want to be seen and understood, and sometimes people, places, and things just don't. And it's not a bad thing. I feel, yes, there's been a lot of heaviness around this, but it's giving you this opportunity to create where you feel safe, where you feel comfortable, your own environment. Maybe even having to protect yourself, especially if you are in a toxic dynamic. It's really challenging when we have toxicity on the home front. It makes it really, really hard because we don't really have that place to escape to. So even if this is not your physical house, Spirit's asking you to find that space of safety where you can just let go, where you can surrender, where you can feel your feels and your emotions, not be judged, not be shamed for who and what you are. Honestly, whatever is happening in your outside environment, they have to learn how to deal with it. They have to learn how to deal with what they chose, how they handled the situation, etc. There was an absence of love in this dynamic. There is, especially if you're still going through it. Love is being blocked. And, you know, I feel like the way I'm seeing this play out, you're more on this end where you've been fighting for it, right? You've been fighting for truth, honesty, love, let's work together, harmony, balance. And this person doesn't really want to see it or feel it or acknowledge it because it doesn't fit their narrative, is what I'm hearing. And so, you know, it's that thing of like, how long are you going to put up with it? How long are you going to let someone walk on top of you, walk all over you? So what I mean, how long are you going to allow there to be lack of love in your life in these dynamics? Remembering that life is a journey. I know that's a little bit of a cheesy phrase, but it is so true. You know, I think we get really attached to one thing being the forever thing. And as much as that's a nice notion, at the same time, it's not really practical. There's a lot of things that need to happen in order to give something longevity. And one of the basic things is support and reciprocity. If we don't have that equal give and take, if we can't support one another through life, then what's the point, right? It just makes it difficult and overwhelming and exhausting. Spirit wants you to step out a little bit more and not be so, find the magic in life, find the community that you can connect with that makes you feel strong and vibrant. The people, places, and things that do resonate with you, that are willing to give in a more, 50-50 type way, that aren't kind of looking at you to do everything, to be everything, to uphold everything. And there really is this need to detach from this past, right? The people, places, and things that can't see you clearly, that don't want to, because it's not, like I said, it's not fitting their agenda. Yeah. The Hermit. You've taken a lot of time for yourself. You've taken time to really listen, to go within. Maybe you haven't been doing a lot of exploration or putting yourself out there. I feel like you've really been doing a lot of healing work. But I think there is this level of surrender that still makes it difficult because it still is looming in your environment. And there is this part of your ego that wants to be validated, right? That wants to be seen and heard. It's not yours to pick up, is what I'm hearing. It's not your responsibility to take on other people's opinions. The sun is in opposition to Black Moon Lilith today. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that we're navigating through, it's ego-based, where our pride, our ego gets hurt. Those are never fun. It's never fun. It's never fun. Again, because we want to be seen as we want to be seen. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. When we're dealing with people, places, and things like this, it's just not happening. So it's almost like wasted energy. How much are you going to sit and fixate and focus on someone or something that doesn't want to give you credit, that doesn't want to give you validation? This Knight of Swords has been popping up for us on the regular Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is someone who is trying to make plans of action. They're trying to figure it out, is what I'm hearing. They're looking at this idea of how they perceived you, and then the reality of how you're showing up to be, and they don't know what to do with it, right? They're kind of in this space of indecision, and usually they're smart, usually they're on top of things, but at the same time, all their plans are starting to be foiled, and everyone's situation is going to be different. It doesn't mean people, places, and things are plotting behind the scenes to bring you down. That could be your situation, hopefully not. But it does feel like, whether it's conscious or not, Someone wanted things to go in a certain way. It's not happening, and they don't really know how to handle it. Well, if I do this, then I am actually kind of being a shitty person, is what I hear. So they're waiting. And in the process of waiting, Spirit is continually showing them that they were wrong, that they didn't see things clearly. They didn't handle things appropriately. But there is a lot of pain for you in this place, 5 of Pentacles. You can feel the places that they rejected you, that they're leaving you out, that they don't really want to communicate with you. It's a little low vibey, I'm not going to lie. It does feel, yes, there's always 2 sides to the story. I'm not trying to throw shade one way or the other. But this is definitely someone who's leaving you out of family, connection, community, friendship, etc. People who kind of just pushed you to the side, who labeled you, and that was it. And it's painful, and maybe some of this pain is coming up. Or you can feel, like we talk a lot about that energetic hoarding, you can feel them like thinking about you, fixating on you, focusing on you. It's making it really hard to just feel at peace. This energy started popping up for us a lot last night. It's been a little bit rough, it will probably be a little bit rough today. Focusing on yourself, giving yourself clarity and understanding, validating yourself in the places that maybe you're not getting that from other people. And that's okay. Like, you don't need it from the outside sources. This is just like talking to yourself as you would a friend. Yeah, and unfortunately, there's just not any healing coming through in this situation. There is potential, but everybody makes their choices. Some people choose to see something through. Some people choose to find harmony and balance and wish fulfillment, but it's just not happening, Like, honestly, this is actually really quite sad because there's so much goodness that is being blocked from this. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. The Star is healing, growth, evolution, and love is being blocked. All that stuff is being blocked from this situation. So that should tell you, right? That should give you enough indicator as to where this person, group of people, or how they're handling things and what their level of maturity is. It's incredibly immature. Yeah, there we go. That 7 of Swords, sneaky. I don't know. It's to me, it feels like it's someone who's too bored with their life. They don't have enough going on. So they stir a lot of drama and chaos. They need a hobby or a job, or just something to do, something to fill their time with. And I think for you, with this Queen of Pentacles energy, this is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, this is another message. This is someone else coming through who's like trying to, I don't know. I do feel like this is a past energy. I feel like this is someone who's trying to come back in, trying to be friends, maybe, extend an olive branch your way. There's a lot of excuses. There's a lot of reasons as to why they did what they did, right? 5 of Swords energy, blocking you, not really giving you the time, the benefit of the doubt. Not really wanting to is what I'm hearing. Being a little bit arrogant, not working together. There's a lot of resistance from this person, but they want something from you, right? And I feel like, what do we need to know from this? I feel like it's a lot about standing your ground. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, don't repeat past mistakes. Been there, done that is what this is saying. This is someone who wants something from you, but is not really going to deliver on their end. They're expecting you to be the one to do all the work, whether they want you to come to them, or even if they approach initiate the conversation, I should say, This is like the vibe of like, they still want you to apologize. They still want you to like, you know, kiss their feet, kiss the ground that they walk on, that type of vibe. So it's like, yeah, let's be friends, let's work together, but I'm going to limit that severely, what that looks like. 5 of Swords is a very defiant energy. It's someone who needs to be in control. It's someone who doesn't like it when someone else has the upper hand. And I'm seeing this, you know, this snake, right? The way that she, coming up with the 7 of Swords, it's just someone who's sneaky, you know, you don't necessarily know all their plans or all their reasoning. And they say a lot of the right things. That's what I'm hearing. You don't get a lot of information from them, but they'll say the things that quote unquote matter the most to get you to align with them. I don't like the energy though. Like I said, it does feel like it is someone from your past. Being more diplomatic about your approach, how you're handling, you know, people, places, and things. I love the Queen of Swords because she is a lot about knowing, like, even if it is painful to say no, she'll still say no because it's the best, right? She can approach things with a very analytical perspective and say, you know what, you did this to me before. I'm not trusting this. Why would I go back, right? It's that what I'm hearing, that like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And this is someone who's still trying to get back in. I feel like, you know, you're kind of dealing with a lot of different people. These are people who are trying to get back in, who are trying to see what they can get out of you. That's where that resistance is coming through today. All this emotion, feeling really exhausted and drained from these dynamics, needing a break. That's again that Sun in opposition to Black Moon Lilith. So really just take care of your heart. It doesn't feel good today. It probably is not going to feel good today. And that's where we have to be really self-reliant on our wellness, on our care, taking time to meditate, doing some breathing techniques, really just making sure that you're checking in with your heart and you're not leaving yourself hanging in the balance. There's a lot of people in this dynamic that are showing up today. And you got to figure out how you're going to navigate it all. I feel like people want something from you. I feel like this is, like I said, a lot of past energies. Aquarius and rare offer pop out. So you could be dealing with an Aquarian individual. Maybe this is something they normally don't do. Maybe they don't normally come back and apologize, or they don't try to rewrite things. But at the same time, you really got to vet that offer. You know, if it doesn't feel right, really listen to those instincts. Because I'm hearing, like, you know, we've been seeing a lot of new potential, new opportunity coming through. I don't feel like this Queen of Pentacles is it. I don't feel like this is the person that you want to be dealing with. There is a 3 different people playing out in this dynamic, 3 different perspectives, 3 different opinions, and it just doesn't feel like you really have to weigh the pros and the cons. It's not a decision of whether you want to do it, whether it feels like, oh, this would be great, or this would be fun or cool, or I'm really excited about this, etc. It's more weighing that pros and cons, right? Didn't we see that 10 of Swords energy? Not learning from your past mistakes, learning from the places that people, places, and things have taken advantage of you. Yeah, gaining clarity. I do think from this dynamic, you will get clarity. We saw that with this Ace of Swords, understanding around what all the pieces were to this puzzle, so to speak, especially places that you didn't really know all the information. If you think it through and act wisely, you will come out on top. Use your mental power to navigate this path, 100%. I love that confirmation. We don't want to leave it up to other people, you know, or doing it because we feel bad, we feel responsible, etc. Higher places. Spirit is really taking you to higher places. Expect to go on a trip, a mission, or move from the place you're currently in to somewhere unexpected. And this to me is definitely connected with that new opportunity, new partnership coming in. Remember, we have to say no to things that don't fit, that don't feel right, in order to say yes to the things that do. And Spirit is asking you to have that higher perspective. I keep hearing this message of don't go back, not just today, but just in general. Don't go back. You've been there before. You know what it's like. You know what it leads to. So be really conscious and mindful of the choices that you make. Divine truth. Yep. You will know the truth. Answers will come in time, or unnecessary questions will fall away. Again, double confirmation on that clarity that we're receiving. And, Spirit kept some of this stuff hidden to protect you in this process. I feel like more is going to be revealed to you. And, now it's the time to make the decision as to whether you want to move forward. Spirit is actually going to be confirming a lot of the things that you were feeling, sensing, knowing around these dynamics. So stay open to those messages. Like I said, the best way to do that is with transcendental meditation. Some type of, I'm a huge proponent of transcendental meditation. It's meditation with a mantra. So it really takes us to those more subtler layers in a very easy, natural, and fluid way. We're not trying to tune out in meditation. We're trying to release the stress, the tension that we carry with us. And when we do release those things, that's where we can hear Spirit's voice like that much more clearly. Spirit wants to talk to us, wants to show us the way, wants to guide and direct us. We just have to be open to that. And there is some resistance in our ego, like a lot of this stuff just doesn't feel good, or we don't want it to be true, or we wish it would have worked out a different way. That is that part of our heart that is still grieving. So give yourself love, care, nurture, support, be gentle with your experiences. And just give yourself some grace. If you need to be a little wild, be a little wild. Just don't hurt anyone, make sure you're safe in doing so. Because obviously we don't want to create more drama. That would be ideal. All right. Thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, I really appreciate your time and energy always. Drop comments below. I love to hear how these readings resonate, what's going on for you. I love being a support for you as well. So thank you for all the love and support you give to the channel. It means so much to my heart. I'm sending all that back your way. Have a fabulous Friday.